These grade 6 students are making documentaries in Bill Huey's language class. They're working on a project that calls for them to answer a big question.
What's your big question for your documentary film?
Do Canadian peacekeepers do more harm than good than harm?
But as the activity progressed, Huey realized that he needed to talk about digital citizenship and explain what online content was fair to include in their documentaries.
In the old world, it would be, let's learn Microsoft Word or let's learn Excel. These days, it's let's do this, and then when you hit barriers, you stop and you talk about it.
The newly integrated lesson has students researching terms like public domain, plagiarism, and fair use.
This was all me. I didn't take it from no one, so I have full copyright to this.
Absolutely.
Once they grasped the concept, Huey got them to make a video about their findings. The videos will be uploaded to a common space that they can refer to in the future. Other students will also be able to access the content.
It's a spot where they can go on and then they can look up. If they get confused about public domain, they can go back there. And we'll continue to add to that sort of self-generated, student-generated reference bank of material.
The lesson is an example of how this school is continually teaching students about digital citizenship as they navigate in the online world.
It's like a great unknown, it's the void. So we have to provide them with the structure and the framework and the understanding of what they're doing and why they're doing it.
Huey knows it's a big topic, but says it's important for the students of today to understand how to properly use the internet as a resource.
When I was a student and we're sitting here in the library, I was so lucky if I had a project on Rome or Greece or something, I'd consider myself fortunate if I could find 3 books on it that weren't signed out. But now the issue isn't, can I find information? It's what information do I need to throw out? So those are key skills.
He's hoping his students will continue to build on their knowledge of copyright laws and not only implement it while doing their documentaries, but also in their everyday life. So far, it seems to be hitting home.
I'm gonna try and use iTunes now that I know more about the laws of copyright. It's sort of easier for me to understand where to get my music from.
Students are also starting to understand the implications of using online content that they don't own the rights to.
It's actually just like stealing something not online. Basically, stealing a song would be like, say, stealing somebody's microphone. Or stealing somebody's video would be stealing somebody's video camera.
The digital citizenship lesson also fostered a co-learning environment.
So what, you're trying to splice something in the middle?
No, like, yeah.
Can you guys do me a favor? When you figure it out, can you teach me?
Huey is one of several teachers in the Hamilton-Wentworth District School Board who's developing modules to help teachers create lessons about digital citizenship. Chris Stewart is also working on the innovation project. He's building lessons that can be implemented with an even younger group, in this case, grade 3s.
What do we need on a website in order for us to determine if it's credible or not? What are some of the things, characteristics of the website are important to us?
Stewart has provided them with a credibility checklist to help them figure out which websites they can trust while doing research.
If I see something that's not realistic, I'll see like fake pictures and like cartoons, and I will like think in my brain that is not a good website to be on.
Other things students are told to look for include proper punctuation, a sitemap, and an author. In addition to teaching them specific tactics while researching, Stewart also encourages them to think about how they're communicating online.
One of my key things that I like to say to them is, if it's something you wouldn't say to your grandmother, it's something that you probably shouldn't say online. The other main piece to that is the digital footprint. And that to me is probably the most important part, is that they understand that anything they put online is there forever.
That's the message he reinforces as he helps other educators teach digital citizenship in his role as a facilitator.
The way that we're creating those conditions in our school are really 2 ways. The professional development that we can do at staff meetings, and also being very creative with timetabling, so that I'm able to give Chris Stewart 2 periods of release where he's able to co-lead, co-plan, and co-facilitate the use of technology in our classrooms.
With that came curious parents who questioned exactly how technology was being used at school.
Once they are comfortable and see how and what I'm teaching the kids, I find that they feel a little bit more calm and a little bit more certain that what their kids are learning in class is something that they actually need to know.
And what they need to know is how to be a good digital citizen. The innovation project allows the board to see how each school is embracing the digital and physical learning environments.
So we recognize that our students socially are very comfortable in a digital environment, but how can we take that interest at a social level into a learning environment and really access what they are asking us to create for them.
At Huey School, they came up with a bring your own device strategy to create a learning environment that worked for everyone.
So we talked about it as a staff, we surveyed the kids and parents, and we thought that we would open it up to allowing kids to bring their devices in with parameters set for use.
Some of those parameters include using technology appropriately while in the classroom. Teachers developed a signal to communicate with students about the use of their device.
It's a quick wink of the eye to say, you're texting, put it away, or what are you working on? And they're much more receptive because they know we're not going to take it from them. They know we're not going to ban them from using it, that we're respecting them, and they respect the fact that we respect them.
The school also has technology available for students who don't have their own. This allows for everyone to be learning about digital citizenship firsthand.
There's a jumping in point for everyone, and it's not the kind of situation where we leave it up to those that are most comfortable. Everybody has a place to start, and we move together. And that's brought us closer to equity for all of our students.